Hi guys, I'm really excited to start this series of how to, the art of selling to a women. And today I'm going to talk about the first series, which is the selling mindset. So, really very excited to start this session for you. And this is going to be a series of session wherein I'm going to take you through a lot of unique concepts, a lot of um, tools, techniques, the hidden secrets that really good people who are very good in marketing, extremely good in selling. I'm going to take you through all the secret ways people look at selling to a women. So I am extremely excited. This is going to be a series on all you women who love selling to women, who have products for women. I promise you are going to love this session, and stay with me. We're going to do a topic every day so that you girls enjoy this whole idea of what it takes to actually sell to a women. I'll tell you something. The biggest confusion that people have on this planet is about what does a woman want. And I bet you're going to agree to me that actually people don't know what does a woman want. So I'm going to take you through. Hi Nisa, I'm going to take you through. Um, yes, I am going to save it to my story, and it will be available for all of you to go through. So guys, let's start our first series, Selling Mindset. So girls, the first thing that I want you all to actually start answering me is, hi Pooja, hi Mandara. Yeah, so the first thing today that I want you to, hi Smooths, that I want you to be with me and tell me is, I want us that together, let's define what is selling. So if you are with me, I want you to also participate on this and tell me what is your definition of selling. What does it mean to sell? You know, and when I say selling mindsets, let's look at what are the beliefs that you have about selling. Most of the time the issue is that we think selling is a very negative thing. It's pushing people to buy, it is pushing people to forcing people to buy from us. Selling is boring, selling is demeaning your value, selling is not something that people like. People don't like when somebody sells. So these are some of the mindset beliefs about selling. So, guys, quickly, yes, selling is scary. Selling is an art, absolutely. So, what I want you all to do is, guys, quickly take a pen and a paper, and I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I want you to write it down on that paper. And we'll do some fun thing today. After the session, I want you to, take a picture of whatever you've written. So, write in a very good writing. Whatever you've written, take a picture of it, put it on your story, and tag me. Okay, so I can also read and maybe have a look at what you've written. So first thing I want you to write is, what is your definition of selling, right? The second thing that I want you to write is, what are your beliefs in selling? What do you think selling is? A lot of people feel selling is scary, selling is pressurizing, is asking people to make a purchase without their permission. So there's a lot about selling that we have in our mind. So let's start with our selling beliefs. And when I say selling beliefs, I want you to write about what are your beliefs about money. A lot of people feel that money doesn't come to you naturally. Money takes a lot of time coming to you. your beliefs about money, your beliefs about people's spending. So I feel that people don't spend on a coach. That's my belief about my belief is that people only spend um, on clothing, on makeup. That's my belief that women only spend on makeup. So I want you to write down what are your beliefs on spending, not your spending, but a spending of a women. So write that down as well on your paper, and I would like you to take a picture of it and tag me on your stories. I would like to read what are you writing. So great. So that's about selling. Uh, and I'm going to take you through 8 mindset shifts about selling. So today we're going to discuss about a selling mindset of us, because we need to understand that the problem in selling is within us. The problem is we feel it's not right. So that's why, when we go to people, we think that it's not right for people. They're not buying. It's not about them. It's actually about us. So the first thing that I would like to discuss about selling is the first mindset that I want you to work on for yourself is, remember what I'm saying. Selling is equal to sharing. And when I say selling is equal to sharing, which means from now on, whenever you are trying to sell to someone, don't think that you're selling them because, like you're actually wanting them to buy the product. From now on, take this as a point where you think that you're not selling anything to someone, you're actually sharing some knowledge and information that you have, which is better than them, right? So from today, guys, your mindset for selling is equal to sharing, right? So that's the first mindset on selling that I want you to work on and I want you to change. Then the second belief about selling that I want you to change is that selling is nothing but human interaction with a purpose. Okay, write that down. Selling is human interaction with a purpose, which means that I can call you and just start talking to you, idhar udhar ki baatein वगैरह वगैरह, gossip, or when I meet someone, I'll have small talks like, hi, what do you do? Oh, how many kids do you have? How many, how old are you? So let's not talk about selling as, you know, let's take this as a human interaction with a purpose. So you have a purpose, you really want to make a difference in someone's life, you really feel that it will be amazing to tell people, get them to know about you, get them to know about your products, and more than products, actually, what are you up to in life with your business, right? So that's the second mindset of selling, that takes selling as a human interaction with a purpose. Okay. The third part in selling, what happens? This is something I believe when I say that I need to be first convinced about the product and only then I will sell the product. So sometimes you are not convinced about the product yourself. You only feel your product is not good enough. It can be better. You feel that the product is probably priced too expensive. I'm sure you must be feeling, oh, my product is, is good, but I think it's expensive. So look at it this way. If you feel your product is expensive, if you are not convinced that it is great, it is quality, it is the best product that some life, it will really help them, it will really benefit them, until and unless you don't get convinced about this thought, trust me, you'll not be able to sell. So that's the third mindset that I want that you should change in your business about your products, right? Guys, make a note of all these points, and I want you to take a picture after the live and put it on your story on Instagram and tag me. I would really like to see how many of you are making notes, right? So are you gonna, guys, tag me? Say yes, we'll tag. Cool. So the fourth mindset of selling, as we're really gearing up, huh? The fourth mindset of selling is no isn't bad. I say no isn't bad, which means that somebody, when somebody comes and tells you, I don't want this product, or I am not looking at for something like this, or this does not interest me, this is not what I want. You actually get quite upset about it, or you start feeling bad about yourself, about your product, about the whole business. You actually want to quit. You also want to give up, right? So no is not bad, no is great. And I'll tell you why. Every time somebody, I try to sell and ends up not buying it, I actually go back to actually go through the entire conversation, and I actually start looking at why did the person say no, what was missing in the product. If something's not missing, maybe I did not create enough value for the other person in buying the product. So I never blame myself or the product or the other person. I introspect. I go back to studying the product again. I go back to studying my copy again. I go back to rehearsing what did I tell that person about the product. Maybe I did not give them enough information. Maybe I did not make it enough very enticing. So you got to look at, what are these things that that why has told you no. So it could also be that they're not your target audience. They're not the people who can probably, who are in the income level to afford you. It may be something that is not in anybody's control, right? Hi, Ratika. So again, about selling, that's the fourth mindset, that no isn't bad. So from now onwards, guys, if somebody says no, please, please, please go back and introspect. Why has someone told you a no? The next mindset about selling, and especially guys, today I'm covering things that, as a woman, what should be your mindset to sell? And this may not work with men, but definitely this works with women. So the fifth mindset is think like a doctor. Women anyways feel really they really feel that they cannot share their selves to others. They cannot pour their heart out. Nobody's listening to them. And if you, through your product, actually be like a doctor to someone else, understand, the point is that we go out and, start telling about the products, the features, and, the quality of the product. We don't really look at what is it that our product whether the other person really needs that product or not. So we also need to look at, think like a doctor, ask the other person what is the problem they're going through, what is it that they need, what is it that they want, what are the things they desire in life, what is it that's a problem to them, and they want a solution. So I really want you to first think like a doctor when you are talking to a woman, and actually ask that first question like a doctor कि भाई problem क्या है, आपको क्या तकलीफ हो रही है, and then go back and look at, is your product genuinely something for them, will your product genuinely help them, will your services be genuinely good for for their products and for their services, for them. If you are making something, genuinely see if it's a good fit for them. So think like a doctor, only prescribe them something from your business if you genuinely feel they need it, right? Otherwise, guys, don't do that. This is a principle I have worked on since day one. I have a service that you can avail for 500 bucks. You can just buy my workbook and do that. I have services where you can just pay 1500 rupees and do something. I have a product in which you can just pay me 5000 and take another service. There's another service for 15,000. There's another service for 50,000. There's another service for 1 lakh. But not necessary I prescribe the 1 lakh service to everybody. I understand at what stage you are in your business. I understand at what level you are in your business. And then I prescribe a service that I can offer in your business at this point of time. So so exactly. So, first of all, yes, Kathy, I think if product fulfill their requirements, they will surely buy a product. Exactly. So think like a doctor. And as women, I feel that basic nature of women is a provider, of a nurturer. So when you take that quality of yours and actually become genuinely ready to talk about your product or sell your product to someone else and share about your products to someone else, uh, the whole conversation goes to another level. I never talk about what I'm doing as in my business or how, you can pay money and, take services from me. I actually look at what is your life? What is your business? Why are you doing this business? Where do you want to get with this business? What is the amount of income that you're expecting from your business? And then I see if I can fit in your business. So think like a doctor, guys. The sixth mindset, always, always, always remember, budget comes later. So, I when I talk to someone, I don't look at how much money they have or is it, is my product in their budget or not. It comes later. What first comes is I want them to exactly know what I do, and I want to understand exactly what you do and what is your business all about. Where are you stuck? What's bothering you? Is it that you don't have a team? Is it that you don't have funds? Is it that you're stuck with ideas? Is it that nobody's buying from you? Is it that you're not making sales? Is it that your product is not right? So we look at the problems and we look at the concerns. We look at stepping into your life and figuring out that where are you stuck. So always, always remember, budget comes later. So don't have this mindset, अरे लोगों का तो budget ही नहीं है. First, actually create the value about your product. Create a conversation about your product. So share about what you're doing. Share about how it works. Just make it sharing. The minute you shift from saying I'm going to sell to you my product to I will share about my business to you, get very, very comfortable about talking about it. And the other person also gets very easy, where I tell them that I'm not here to sell you something. I'm just here to share with you what I really do in life, with women entrepreneurs. So that's about it. The seventh selling mindset is, don't be desperate to sell. And I'll tell you something. If you are desperate in in your heart, in your mind, it shows. Because in our conversations we are not relaxed, we are not comfortable, we are not resting it out. We are always so enthusiastic and so excited about, this is my product, this is the qualities, this is the feature, these are the attributes, guys, you must buy it, you should have it. you know that enthusiasm and that excitement actually sometimes gets a little overwhelming and other person gets put off by it. So don't be desperate to sell. People can actually understand it. So that's the seventh point. uh the next point is the eighth point, guys, which is one of the last point for today's conversation. I wanted to discuss these 8 points with you. We will definitely do a lot of examples, we'll do a lot of sharing, I will have a lot of questions to ask, but first I wanted to write these 8 points, because then the real conversation between us will actually start. So the eighth point is, don't think pressure is not always negative. There is something called as positive pressure. And understand this thing. When you're really out there to make a difference to someone's life through your products and services, like I'll give you an example. Like sometimes, if you've been interacting with me for almost a year or more than that, and we are connected on WhatsApp or something, then in the middle of the night, I get these ideas and I start messaging women I'm connected with, that you should do this in your business. And I sometimes tell them, I think you should do a business plan with me. I think you should join the business boosters community that I'm running. Your business needs it. And trust me, people never get offended about it, because I have that rapport with them. They know that Nishta is never going to recommend us something that is not right for us. They know that she's not here to make money, she's really here to make a difference. And that's what I believe in, that don't look at making money, actually consider making a difference, through your business. So I really that, how can I get in someone's life? And that's exactly how I look at selling. So there is something called as positive pressure. And when you work with positive pressure, what we really do is you look at, can I recommend you something, conversations like these, can I suggest you something, um, and with that whole assertiveness that trust me, this will help you. These are the things where when you can actually have positive pressure created for people. So these are my eight, what do you say, eight selling mindset that I want you to create in your business. Right? So thank you so much for these eight, if you're listening to me through these eight mindsets. I hope you guys have written this. I would like if you could take a picture of this and share with me on